To understand a brand, you first have to listen to its very first breath. BMW's story didn't begin with a car. There wasn't even a steering wheel at the start. It was 1916. The world was under the shadow of war, and Germany was looking up at the sky. That's exactly where BMW was born. Back then, its name was Bayerische Motorenwerke, Bavarian Motor Works. While people were trying to hold on to the ground, BMW was thinking above it. They were building aircraft engines. Strong, reliable engines that pushed limits. Even the blue and white logo we recognize today was inspired by a spinning airplane propeller. From the very beginning, BMW's heart was clear: the engine. But history is rarely fair. When the First World War ended, Germany was banned from producing aircraft engines. Overnight, BMW lost everything. The sky was closed. The factories fell silent. For many companies, that would have been the end. For BMW, it was simply the first sharp turn in the road. They didn't give up. If they couldn't fly, they decided to come down to the road. In 1923, they built their first motorcycle, the BMW R32. With its horizontally mounted engine, balance, and durability, it quickly stood out. People began to notice something important. No matter what BMW built, the engine was always at the center of it all. These motorcycles kept BMW alive, but BMW was never a company that was satisfied with just surviving. It wanted more. In 1928, BMW produced its first automobile. It was small, simple, but solid. At the time, no one really noticed, but that car was the first step in BMW's long journey into the automotive world. It wasn't bold yet, it wasn't loud, but it was determined. Then history showed its harsh side once again. The Second World War began. BMW returned to building engines. When the war ended, all that remained were destroyed cities and shattered factories. By the 1950s, BMW was on the edge of bankruptcy. Things were so bad that being bought by Mercedes-Benz was seriously discussed. BMW was close to disappearing entirely. But there are moments that change everything. For BMW, that moment came in the 1960s. They introduced a new line of cars called the Neue Klasse. These cars quietly delivered a clear message. I exist to be driven. They were sporty, balanced, they spoke to the driver. There was a connection between the steering wheel, the road, and the engine. This was where BMW's real rise truly began. By the 1970s, BMW knew exactly who it wanted to be. In 1975, the 3 Series was born. This car became the definition of BMW. Steering feel, road grip, engine sound. BMW was now saying something simple but powerful. A car doesn't just take you from one place to another. It makes you feel something. Sheer driving pleasure. This wasn't a marketing line, it was BMW's personality. Then came the M Series, pure power born from racing circuits. The BMW M3 felt like a race car that somehow ended up on public roads. These cars weren't just fast, they were disciplined. They were the result of engineering, courage, and passion coming together. BMW was no longer just a car brand, it had become a culture. Time moved on, the world changed. BMW changed too, but without losing its soul. Electric models, hybrid systems, new designs. With the BMW I Series, the brand stepped into the future. Yet the steering wheel was still in the driver's hands. The feeling was still there. Even if the form of the engine changed, its heartbeat never stopped. BMW's story is not just the story of a car. It's the story of a will that fell down again and again and still stood back up. A brand that came down from the sky to the road, climbed from the edge of collapse to the top. And even today, it quietly reminds us of one thing. What matters isn't how fast you go, but what you feel behind the wheel. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more documentaries like this. Thank you for watching.